started with the Yorubas.
Okay, now we know. Okay, we're having this chit chat, you know, behind the cameras, and of course, it's about what we're discussing today. Owanbe, the Lagos style, and we have Taiwo Bello. She's an events planner. We have her here with us, and you know, the conversation already started before we came on air, because it is something that keeps occurring. It is, I won't say it keeps occurring. Owanbe is part of Yoruba culture. It's part of Lagosian. Some people even have. Oh, I've been for an Owanbe on a Monday before. Yes. So it's not just the weekend now that is, you know, attributed or is left for the Owanbe. Yoruba people like to celebrate everything extravagantly. During the last 30 December, I got to know that part of the package for the IJGBs, as in I just got back, was to attend an Owanbe. And they have, you know, people like managers or event planners that ensure that, okay, when they come for their clubbing and all, they must attend an Owanbe. And, you know, following the trend, you can also see that most parties are usually pushed towards December, because it's a time for celebration. Okay, as I said earlier, we have Bimbo.
Okay.
We have Taiwo Bello with us here. She's an event planner. They are the Owanbe people. Everything you see at every party, they are the ones in charge.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. It's good to be here. Yeah, my name is Taiwo Bello. I'm an eventpreneur. I've been in events since 1997. 1997? And yes, and Bat event was registered. Dolly registered with the CAC in 2001.
All right. Yeah. Okay, talking about Owanbe now, let's look at the basics. Okay. Why is Owanbe taken so seriously, you know, amongst Yoruba people, especially in Lagos?
Owanbe actually started with the Yorubas. Like you said, we like to celebrate extravagantly, and other cultures just keyed into it. You see the Igbo culture trying to mimic the Owanbe now, whenever they have weddings and stuff like that. Even some African countries, I've had to plan a wedding in Kenya before, and you know, the groom is Yoruba. So ordinarily, as an event planner, I advise they have to have souvenirs and with branded towels, little corporate gift items. And you know, the Kenyans, they were surprised that
they're not used to such.
Yes, and we actually organized an after party for the groom's friends and the friends of the couple. You know, they were surprised. They had never seen anything like that, where they eat and dance and drink. So it's a thing that started with the Yorubas and that's come to stay, because other cultures are trying to
imitate.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Joy, let me ask this question. The word Owanbe itself, Owanbe, what does it mean?
Owanbe, yeah, it's there, yeah. For me, I cannot say generally but relatively, I can say Owanbe means coming to a get-together to really enjoy yourself, have fun. Owanbe, the fun, the enjoyment is there. That's what I feel the word means. It might mean something else to some set of people. For me, as an event planner, if you are talking about Owanbe, that means that we are going to organize a party, that you have a lot of fun, much to eat, much to take home. That's Owanbe. So from the Yoruba, yes, so that's practically what makes up. Yes, no, that's practically what Owanbe stands for. So you come to the party. Apart from eating, you have a lot of fun. You can see now that even after parties, there is mascots of different characters.
That was a new trend.
Yes, it's part of Owanbe. Okay, like we had the Decorator Summit from Tuesday, Wednesday. On Tuesday, we had the dinner and the after party. We had the escort. You know, it's a kind of corporate event. So we had the award nights and the dinner and then after party, and everybody had so much fun. So that's what makes it. Even corporate events now, they still try to incorporate the Owanbe style, especially if it's like end of the year party and all. You see companies wanting to let off the steam and all.
So, as an experienced event planner now, can you share some key elements that make an Owanbe stand out? Like, there are Owambes and there are Owambes.
Yes. Basically, one of the major things when setting up an Owanbe, the venue is extremely important. The venue, so after the venue, we talk about the ambience of the hall. When you are planning an event, one of the things to consider when you are picking a venue, parking space, the restroom, then the construction itself or the design. Let me use design of the hall. It's extremely important because if people are not comfortable or the guests are not comfortable, you see guests leaving on time. So you have to think of the ambience. It's extremely important. Then the food, that's another important thing. The food. And what will make guests have the experience is them coming into the venue and seeing the ambience. Okay, I would like to really sit down, be comfortable, and see what's all this about. Then the food you are giving them, the drinks, those are extremely important. The presentation of the food, even the presentation of the drinks, they are extremely important. Then the kind of fun that you have planned for the guests to have. That's when we talk about MCs. Those MCs, you can see most of them pull a lot of stunts in party now. They try to be funny, jokes and all. Those are some of the things that make you enjoy an Owanbe. Then the after party, the music, very, very important, extremely important.
So for me now, because I highlighted some things here, for food,
yes,
I don't attend a lot of parties, but the few that I have attended, you are my senior colleague in attending parties. Yes, now we know now, fully booked. But you see, for me, if I go to a party or when I go to a party, the kind of food that I see kind of gives me an idea of the class of the host, you know. And there are some parties you go, the kind of food you see will give you a picture of, like I said, there are Owambes and there are Owambes.
Yes.
So I really need you to talk about that too.
Yeah, that depends a lot on the client and the budget. You know, you cannot want to have a 3-course meal event for an instance and not willing to pay. You have to pay for it. So it depends on how luxurious you want the event to be. That's depending on the clients. So we talk about the caterers. You know, we have a whole lot of different things they do now. Okay, let me, for example, a luxurious event, let's say we're planning for about 500 people. If it has to be luxury, you see it starts from the ambience and the decor, like I said. Then the food, you have different kind of food from caterers that you know will give the best. That's why sometimes the event planner calls the caterers in to bring the type of food and can even call the client or the celebrant with the family to come and have a taste before they decide on the kind of caterer or the type of caterer they have. So now what obtains most times now is you see for such events you have different caterers. Let's say, okay, it's someone that will handle strictly Oriental / intercontinental. Someone else will handle finger foods, or they call them small chops. You see, even with the finger food of still have a kind of subset. You see people serving gari, especially if it's a Lagos party. A Lagos party is not complete without your fried crabs, gari, and that gurunji, those kind of
Ikpakpano.
Yes, they serve them. Yes, a Lagos party cannot be complete with such. Those are some of the things that makes events luxury. So, like I said, the presentation, the kind of caterers. Then you see a kind of party. You also want to infuse something for the Gen Zs. So that's when you have these desserts stand, the canapes and all. Then a lot of people that want to eat healthy, especially the older people, you see clients now asking for healthy stuff. That's why you see people setting up fruits. Yeah, you see the fruits spread, freshly squeezed juices. So those are the kind of things that, when you enter a party, wow, you see all those things already set up. Then you can have a pick. Then you have the small chops too. Like I said, the small chops of finger food, they still have a kind of subset. That's why I came in with gari, yo-yo, ede, and stuff like that. Then you see grilled plantains now, boli. Yes, in parties. Asun has been there for a while, but now if you go to all these luxurious parties, you see bole. That's boli, grilled plantain made in the traditional way with the boli sauce and all. Grilled Titus fish, mackerel fish. So you see, those are some of the things that make events luxurious. And like you said, there are Owambes and there are Owambes. It's not all the clients that can afford this, and it's not all the clients that will key into this kind of arrangement. So how do you now
handle a client that wants a lavish party, but on a minimum budget, on a low budget?
Of course, you walk around.
They expect you to make.
You always walk around.
That is it. You walk around something and you let the client see. You have to be very, very open and transparent. Say, okay, this is what your budget can. It's a matter of explaining and telling. Okay, with this budget, you can't have this. You sit down with the client. You show the client what you are ready to offer. So if the client picks, you attach prices to it. And like I said, even all these foods, there are classes. There are caterers that charge as much as 10,000, 12,500 per plate for food now. And there are some clients some vendors that charge 5,000. You won't expect the same kind of delivery. The delivery involves the kind of chaffing dishes they will set up, the kind of plate they will use, the presentation of the food itself, the cut of the proteins, and a whole lot of other things.
A lot of things.
The kind of, even the waiters that will attend to you, or that will attend to guests, to party guests. So those are the things you have to put into consideration.
Okay, from all you have mentioned now, many people see Lagos parties or Lagos Owambes as too expensive and extravagant. Is it always the case, or how do you now try to navigate? How can you have yo-yo, boli, small chops, amala, rice, fufu, onion, eba,
yes.
in one sitting?
Yes.
Is there, okay, even if clients want such, is there a way you can, you as an event planner, help them to say, look, we can take this instead of this?
Okay.
We can,
Thank you for these very important questions. I tell my clients, when you have too much food in a party, at the end of the day, they go to waste. That is the truth. For me, some clients, when they show you, okay, these are I always advise you don't have more than 4-5 varieties. Then you infuse the finger foods, especially for the young ones. Because most of them, okay, let me give you for a wedding now, the main food you are preparing is for the older ones and the extended family. But you see the friends of the couple, they are the ones that have desserts. They are the ones that have all these small chops, chicken and chips, burgers. I know, because you have burgers in parties. We are going with bread. Yes, you have them in parties now.
I know, but it's just
sweet corn,
much for me.
boiled and served like that, without any other thing. So what I tell my own clients is this. I think we should take out something. A lot of people say, I want yam pottage, I want dodo and beans, I want jollof rice, I want fried rice, I want ofada, I want pounded yam, I want abula. So what I tell them is, okay, who are your guests? Who are those people you are expecting? From experience, you also will agree with me with that a lot of party guests like abula.
Yes, they always ask for it.
They always
come for parties
Amala.
because of abula.
Yes. Because of it. So I always advise them, okay, let's do abula, remove pounded yam. Because even some people tell you they don't want, once they eat it, they get tired, they won't be able to dance. And so, but if a client insists, you still have to go ahead and infuse it. Okay, for Ekiti or Ondo State people, you must have pounded yam.
And they even tell you that they don't want poundu.
That is, they want
the pounded one in the mortar.
Yes, that will be done at the party.
At the party, yeah.
On spot. So what I do is, okay, I always advise my client, why not use just one swallow? Then we can look at if you are doing, why don't you choose between yam pottage and dodo and beans? If they are doing ofada, okay, if you are doing ofada, there will be beans dodo, traditionally served ofada must have beans, fried plantains, and why not take out dodo and beans, then replace it with yam pottage? Why not take out pounded yam and let's use amala? Why not take out abula and let us strictly focus on pounded yam? So those are the kind, but some guests will insist that they want all those things present, maybe because of class. They don't want a situation where their clients will come in and say, no, it's pounded yam I want. There is no pounded yam, we have amala on spot. So some clients won't, but some clients will actually listen to you, because one of the major functions of an event planner is to help the client cut costs and still have a very beautiful event. So, but some clients will listen while some won't, and it's not as if they don't want to listen. It's because of where they are coming from. They want their guests to have the best of time, and one of such ways a lot of clients believe is through feeding them in parties.
Okay, we've talked a lot about Joy. Sorry.
That's right. So yeah, a party that you don't eat, they will not say good things about them.
That is it.
We've been talking about food.
Yes.
Another very important aspect of Owanbe is ashwebi. Ashwebi these days is becoming ridiculous in terms of cost. Is ashwebi a vital part of Owanbe?
Like I told you, in the Yoruba culture, even in those olden days, before the advent of event planners and all, if you watch all these epic movies, most times you see people celebrating weddings wearing adire.
What is the origin of this ashwebi?
It's the Yoruba, I don't know.
No, but ashwebi means the asho of the ebi.
Of the family.
Of the
It's
family.
But now it has been extended beyond the family.
So even now you see families wearing one kind of ashwebi, then picking something else for the client. Even some for the guests. Even some guests, close friends of the family will start asking, won't you pick ashwebi for this? Won't you pick ashwebi? And actually a lot of people a lot of party celebrants now, they are trying to streamline the ashwebi cases now.
How?
Yes, you see some of them picking gele alone.
Okay.
You see some picking just color.
Just color.
Yes, but you cannot remove ashwebi from Owanbes. If you want to really, really have Owanbes, ashwebi is one of those things that has come to stay.
That has come to stay.
And then you see different grades.
Yes.
You know the one I find really, really annoying. Yes, I will use that word.
Okay.
The one I find annoying is when they say, "Oh, this is for the rich.
Yes.
This is for the people that do not have." It is not nice. It is.
But they do it a lot.
Because you know what? The way those people are usually the people who did not buy the expensive ones, the way they are being treated at these parties, it's not nice. It's not nice. If you like you said, colors. You just pick a color. Everybody will come showing up beautifully dressed in what they have, and it even adds a lot of color to the event.
That depends on the clients. I keep referring to the clients. A lot of clients have mindsets of what they want.
I bought many ashwebis. They must buy.
Yes, they must do ashwebi. Then we women, you know how we are. when it comes to party, they will say I've had to organize a party about 3-4 years ago. As at then, the woman, the general Ashwebi they took was 100,000 gele, the lace and all. The mom of the bride now took another one that her friends will use when she was dancing. That her friends used when she was dancing. And that was about 350 or so.
Talking about mother of the bride, something just came up. There's this new trend which used to be popular in the north.
Okay.
You know, they call it Mother's Night.
Yes.
It's a new trend here, and I begin to wonder, why do Nigerians, you know, Yoruba, I won't say Nigerians, Yoruba people just like to jump on every trend?
Because they feel it may.
What does that Mother's Night? I've been to several, and
yes,
I'm like,
they do it a lot too.
they say they want to advise the bride,
and they've turned it into party.
It is a party.
In those days,
another party with Ashwebi.
Yes, in those days, in those days, this is how it was. This is how it was. The older women would gather together and talk to the lady, the things to do as a woman. You are getting married now. This is what is expected of you. So. But now it's turned into something else
entirely,
and
without men.
I've had one recently. It was last year. The mom of the bride, they had Mother's Night. There was no Ashwebi, but there was cold pressed juices, fruits, finger foods, and they spent more than 5 million for the Mother's Night.
That's different from the main party.
Yes. Now you see people budgeting 100 million, 200 million for weddings. Yes.
That's a conversation for another day. If we're spending too much on parties or not. But again, since we are talking about Owanbe now, I want you to also talk about the global recognition of Owanbe. I saw a video on Instagram, I think it was last year, a white couple having their wedding, but they had this Owanbe
set up.
And I was smiling while watching the video, and I was like, this is good.
Yes, because you see a lot of some white men now come to Nigeria to marry.
This wedding was done abroad.
No, I'm getting there. So, and they come, especially if the groom, they come along with their friends and they see what happens here. So they now try to infuse what they see here
into their own.
Yes. Okay, like I said, I've had to plan a wedding that took place in Kenya, Nairobi to be precise. So we took all the Owanbe, you know.
Paraphernalia.
Yes.
Show.
And you know, they were in hall. Wow. Is this, you have to give us a gift because we came to a wedding, you know. It was just a gift of a party of about 350 guests, but you know, they had a time of their life. That's how I would put it. They enjoyed that, you know. We had to make arrangements with a Nigerian caterer that has a restaurant. So some of the things we wanted him to cook, we had to take along for him to cook. And they have this funny character tradition. They don't eat snails.
In Kenya.
Yes. They don't eat snails.
Wow.
So, you know, it was a new thing for me. I was like, snails in Nigerian Owanbe parties means the party is a luxury party.
Okay, Lagosians are known for their love for partying, and you know, sometimes when you go for parties outside Lagos, you are like, hey, Lagos, it can't be. You know, so when you go outside Lagos, some of their parties it will end at 6, and you'll be wondering. In Lagos, the party just started at 9 p.m.
When
the after party,
celebrants now pay extra to spend extra hours at parties in Lagos now. They pay as much as 100,000, 50,000 per hour just for them to have after party. And the after party have the after parties. They organize different caterers for after parties. Menu, finger food. You see them put them in small cups.
Okay, so as an event planner, I want you to talk about some of the challenges, you know, you face, you know, while, you know, planning an event.
Number one is family. Especially if it's a wedding. You see, the mother of the bride and the bride, you see them at loggerheads.
It's always like that. Why?
And sometimes the parent, the mother, groom of the mother of the groom, mother of the bride at loggerheads. Those are some of the challenges. I will share an experience with you. Okay, when you have too much interference from the family, the mother wants this, the bride wants this. That's when you pray to God for wisdom to guide you, because you have to deal with them differently. And then another thing is you have to be very, very diplomatic in handling issues. Some things that don't bother to interfere. If not, you are just putting a lot of stress on your head. Okay, let's see, for example, the bride wants a separate caterer. The mom has a friend that is a caterer. And she is a friend, they've been friends for long, and the bride wants a different musician. The mom wants that's why you see now what's his name? That's Ma?
What does it do?
It does most times the after party.
Like the hype man.
The hype
Yes,
man.
the hype man, yes. Yeah. It does it. Before the after party starts, the parents of the couple have a regular band. So after that, they will give them time. And some couple will tell you they want strictly DJs, very good DJs. So when they are dancing in, you use the DJ. Then another thing is, you see families wanting to take over coordination of events from the event planners. And what happens in most cases is that they face their own guests. They will leave other guests. Okay. So I try to tell clients that it's better you have a neutral coordinator that will bring in more coordinators, one that will take care of we now have coordinators that take care of the groom, the bride separately. Okay. The one that will take care of the parents of the couple if they accept.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad you mentioned something about music and DJs now. You know, music is an integral part of Owanbe. And these days we have DJs, we have live band. You know, do you think one is more important than the other? Because at these parties we can see it's always so glaring that there is always a clash between both of them.
What a smart event planner would do, and that's why we always call for vendors meetings a few days before the event, so that what I personally do is to sit both of them down. So they have to work together. If you cannot work together, things won't move.
Because I've seen a party where the live band, when they finish, they carry the speakers. Meanwhile, the DJ was relying on using
because there was no synergy. That's the fault of the event planner. So you have to, each vendor has to give you their deliverables. Then it is from there, if anything is lacking, they will be able to provide a solution to it. Now we encourage them to work together. So that, okay, maybe the band will play for 2 hours, then the DJ will take over, they interchange like that, yes. And for the after party is majorly DJs.
Okay, so just before we go, or do we still have time?
I just wanted to ask, how well do you do in collaborating with other vendors? Because I've heard of cases where there's like a chaos in the party and everybody shouting, oh, the event planner is shouting, oh, the caterer, this. So as Owanbe Party has evolved over the years, especially here in Lagos, how has collaboration been with vendors? Collaboration
is the new money. I hope a lot of people will understand that. There is no way one person can do everything. Like, for example, if I have, as an event planner, if I have events, I collaborate with my colleagues in the industry. I've noted the ones that are very good. I have like 2-3 other eventpreneurs that handle coordination for me and ushering for me. I won't say because I'm an event planner, I'll go and put together a group of girls or boys and use as ushers. No, there are different parts to event planning. Coordination is one, ushering is one. These are the main important things on the day of the event.
What is their major responsibility?
Their major responsibility is to welcome guests and make sure those guests sit at the right table. That's majorly.
Okay.
Yes.
What
so
about
then when they need
responsibilities?
things, like, okay, a guest needs to use the bathroom or the restroom, the ushers can actually
Guide them
and a whole lot of other things.
Okay.
Yes. They are very important for events.
Okay.
Just that people know, a lot of people don't know how to make use of them.
Okay.
Even some clients don't understand why they must use ushers. And coordinators are extremely important too, because they are the one that will make sure. Coordinators, we assign some to food, drinks, and we assign one to MC, so that they will make sure the program of the event go as planned. Then they will make sure people eat. We can say, okay, you are going to take care of these 5 tables. Make sure they have food, drinks, everything. You know, that's one of the things that make seamless events.
Sorry, before you close, I have one.
Okay.
It's something that is bothering, and I see that it's becoming a norm, and that is events where sometimes you now have.
Oh, okay.
It's expressly stated in the invite. Children not allowed.
Yeah.
Is that becoming like a norm where you just don't bring children?
Don't bring children.
Since you're an event planner, is that a new norm? Is that a new normal now?
It's not a new norm. One of the major challenge in parties is you have invited a couple to an event and they bring in 3 of their children that will sit on the chairs that are meant for other guests.
For 10 people.
Yes, so they already have 5.
They have
or 5.
So if the clients agree, what I always advise is for us to have a children corner. I've had 2 weddings like that. We had children corner and we have coordinators that will take care of them. We put balls and some other stuff, and we put all these gates, wooden gates there, so the children are there. Yes. So but some clients don't see any need for it. It is on the day of event that they start getting angry.
But do you advise as part of your own advice? Do you say, do you want us to create a children's area, or do you want us to say children are not allowed?
Like I said, children can actually come once the client is ready to pay for a children corner and arrange something colorful for them.
But it comes
to play with.
It's an extra cost.
So it's better you keep your children at home for maximum
Finally,
fun.
before we go, our time is fast spent. Can we have a successful Owanbe, in Lagos without an event planner?
It's not possible. How possible is that? It's not. It's not possible. You need to have event planners because they are there to resolve a lot of issues, hiccups, and all. And it's better you give your events to event planners. Honestly, I'm not saying this because I'm one.
Say it because you are one.
Because it helps a lot.
It just takes away the stress.
Not only that, it helps resolve. It helps resolve issues, chaos. Let me give you an example. A bride mom and mothers of the couple. The bride mom, the groom mom, I think they had issue in the course of planning the event. I'm the one that planned the event. I've had something from this one. I was just looking and praying to God. On the day of the wedding, the bride's mom that had been very patient and quiet told me that I wanted the bouncers to take out the groom's mom because she was putting a guest where our VIP guests are coming. Thank God she was not the one that recommended the
bouncers.
I just told those bouncers, better don't try any nonsense here. And I had to go and set up another table immediately for our guests. So that is
planning is one.
So you can imagine if there was no event planner in that party, and nobody knew there was animosity. Everything went well.
Event planning is one that requires skill, diplomacy,
patience,
wisdom,
consistency, and a whole lot.
And comes with a lot of cost.
Yes, so.
Because is it cheap to have an event planner plan your event?
It depends on how you look at it.
Just giving me a diplomatic answer. It depends on how you look at it.
Yes.
In other words, now your money they talk.
Yes, so.
All right. Thank you so much, Taiwo
welcome.
Bello, for joining us on the conversation today. She's an event planner, and we have been discussing Owanbe, the Lagos style. Ain't no party like a Lagos party.
Yes, so.
Yeah. The conversation continues after this. Please stay with us.